Monday, everyone. We are back at it again. Another Monday, just like that. They come, they keep coming, and as the Mondays keep coming, you keep going and you keep growing. Guys, I think it was the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest. Compound interest changes everything. That little bit turns into a lot. Guys, it does not matter the rate or the speed that you're going right now. It doesn't. The only thing that matters is that you're going in the right direction. It's the progress that brings joy. So it's another week. Oh, Dan, I fell off of my game plan. That's okay. Fall back in. Doesn't matter what happened this weekend or yesterday or last week. This is a brand new Monday of your life. You're needed. People need what you have. It's selfish not to give the world the most healed and greatest version of you. It's selfish. And if you're watching this, that's not who you are. Let's get back in the game. Doesn't matter what happened last week, this weekend. As I always say, the only thing that matters is what is your perspective. When you have the correct perspective, you win. And when you're doing the inner and the outer work with consistency, that compound beautiful interest, I promise you, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be next week or next month, but I promise you, you already are champion. And it's just a matter of time before everyone else sees who you've always been, who I see in you. Who I see in you. And as I say, this podcast is, yes, I'm here to give you guys a shot of motivational cappuccino, even though I don't drink coffee. But I'm going to give you guys a shot of motivational cappuccino. But the goal is for that motivational cappuccino to turn into disciplined action. I speak that over you guys, that everyone here that's listening, that has been on this journey with me this year of giving the world the most healed and greatest version of us. You guys inspired. You guys are not just, okay, this feels good, but you're inspired into action. And as you continue to take action, you will continue to see progress. And that's joy right there. And things change. You look up by the end of this year, we're already, look at where we are right now in the year. We're going to be knocking on June. We're going to be knocking on June, knock, knock, very soon. Look at where we are right now in the year. Time is going by. The time is going to go by anyway. You might as well build everything you've ever wanted. Build in your mind, body, soul, relationships. Build everything you've ever wanted in life. And I promise you, your future self thanks you in advance. So I thank you for being here. So, yes, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. With all that being said, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Okay, what do I want to talk about for today, guys? Life is conspiring for you. Life is truly conspiring for you. Everything that happens, like you're going to realize as you go down this beautiful rabbit hole of the most important journey in the world that we're not taught in school. We're taught the parallelogram, Pythagorean theorem, the quadratic equation. You know, we're taught all these things. What's a trapezoid? But we're not taught how to deal with loss. We're not taught how to find out who we are. Find out who we are. Like, we're kings amongst kings that don't know that we're kings. Like, David Goggins, he has this, gave this speech. You've probably heard it. I've talked about it here before. He said, I want when I die and I go to the pearly gates and God has this list of things that I was supposed to be, right? That I'm like, I did that list. I want to take it even further. Like, he goes, I want it that God was like, hey, you're supposed to be this or ranger and have your company and do this and this and this. And I don't want to go there and see all the things that I was supposed to do that I didn't do. I'm paraphrasing what David Goggins says. I want to take it even one step further, which I love his speech. It's amazing. One step further, I want when God says, okay, you're supposed to do this, this, and this, and this. I'm like, okay, God, cool. I added a few things. I added a few things. Boom, boom, and boom. Like, that's the mentality, guys. Squeeze out every inch of your potential and then add more. Live life empty. And the people that you're in, listen, if you tell anyone that you love them, you show them that you love them by giving them the best, healed, and greatest version of you. That's love in real time. If you're a parent, say, oh, I love my kid. If you love your kid, you're going to give the kid the best version of you. So my point is, everything is conspiring for you. Everything. It's once you realize how divinely protected, divinely guided you are, that the thing that may be uncomfortable, that seems stressful right now, if you can just step back and say, okay, I know this is all working out for my favor. Everything does. And as you continue down this rabbit hole, your faith will increase because you've seen so many amazing things that seemed like they were dead ends that just happened to become the most amazing, beautiful beginnings. Right? The things that seemed like dead ends ended up becoming the most beautiful and amazing beginnings. As you start seeing more and more of these rack up, your faith starts to rack up. Your faith grows. And you realize, oh, everything is really conspiring for me. I'm divinely protected. I'm divinely guided. And you start looking for the clues in everything. Again, as I say, this life is the most beautiful and amazing video game on the planet. You want to play a video game? We're already here. Start taking this serious, man. You have an amazing first-person player that you're a superhero. Take your character and he's there to do amazing things. He's there to do amazing things. Once you realize this, man, you start looking at everything, every challenge, every quote-unquote disappointment, and you start seeing, oh my goodness. You look for the beauty, and as the dust settles, that's what you see. It's all conspiring for you guys. It's just there to get your attention. It's all it is, to make the adjustments. Once you get to the point where you're aligned, like we're our worst, as I always say, we're our biggest asset and our biggest liability. It's us. We cause pain to ourselves. And as you go down this beautiful rabbit hole, you're going to start taking massive self-responsibility. And you realize that you have control over your emotions. It's you. It's you. You've been programmed to not believe that you have control over your emotions, and you've been giving power to other people, places, and things. And once you grow and you start to callous your mind, it's like lifting a muscle. It's like lifting a weight, and you start building the mental muscle. You don't take anything personal. You don't take anything personal. You don't take it personal at all. It's not about you. And as you keep going, you callous your mind like, it's nothing. And you start seeing life starts to become a lot of fun when you start seeing that you're unstoppable, you're divinely guided, and you're divinely protected. And you're put here for a beautiful reason to help others, to find the others and awaken them to this beauty of life. So many times we're taught to react to things. I went through a period where I was never a reactive person, really, but I went through a period where there was a lot of pain that was happening. I went through a few family emergencies, and I've never experienced that kind of, it was the first time in my life that I had to say, okay, let me take a knee. Let me take a 10 count. I've been through things, but I've never experienced anything that made me have to take a 10 count and regroup myself. But it was a beautiful thing. You know, I regrouped myself in that painful situation. Those painful situations that I went through, there's a few family emergencies, and the pain of that, I was at a space where, like, I was so hurt. It's like you have a cup and it's filled with water, and you just shake the cup and the water comes out. Like, that was me. I was so hurt that any little thing and my water comes out. And there was a space during that time where, like, if there are some people that I would see now, I would apologize to, because I was aggressive, more so than I should have been, just because I was hurt. I was hurt. But during that period and going through this healing period, I look back and I'm like, wow, the growth. Those times did not feel good, but the growth that came out of those times and those moments, life-changing. It made me become a little more emotionally intelligent and understanding and empathetic. It's like each time that I went through a challenge, like I remember when I went through my divorce, and I was boxing at that time, and I remember when I used to spar and I hurt somebody, I used to like hurting them, and after my divorce, I didn't look at it like that anymore. It's like each time I went through something that hurt me, I became more empathetic. Like, I never used to even like animals. I didn't. I remember I was driving once, I almost hit an animal coming out of a zoo or some woodsy area, and I yelled at the animal. I wouldn't do that now. I'd be like, oh, buddy, dude, I could have hit you. That's just, it's like every time I went through a challenging situation, it opened me up and it gave me so much more empathy. And everything is conspiring for you. Now it's something that I can now, when someone's going through something, I have more empathy. I have more empathy for them. But I wouldn't have more empathy for them if I didn't go through that period that opened me up. So back to the boxing. So I went back to boxing after my divorce, partied for a while, came back to the gym, and I hurt somebody, and I'm asking them, are you okay? I looked at it as just a sport now. I don't want to just hurt you. If you want to hurt me, go ahead, do your thing. But I don't want to just hurt you. I want to work with you. I want us to get better. And that was my mindset. Boxing's boxing. But yeah, there's a time and a place. Okay, let's just try to hurt each other. There's a time and a place for that. But boxing or even martial arts, and I'm hearing more and more fighters talking about sparring less and sparring smarter, which I think is great. I digress. The point of the matter is that as you're going through this beautiful rabbit hole of giving the world the most healed and greatest version of you, trust and believe that everything is conspiring for you. There's going to be changes. People say, oh my goodness, you've changed. That's the whole point. Is to be changing intentionally, not just changing based off of the programming that's been given to you, but going in there and reprogramming your subconscious mind on purpose. And you're not going to be perfect. Have grace with yourself. Have grace with yourself, have trust in the process, and have patience in the process. But things are changing. As I said in the last podcast, you're going to your beautiful butterfly moment. You're going from a caterpillar to your cocoon to the butterfly. Things are changing. Allow it and trust that it's all working in your favor, even if it doesn't look like it. I am telling you it is. Well, Dan, you have no idea what's happening. That thing too, I promise you. I promise you. How much you want to bet? We'll bet it all. That thing and that thing and that thing, whatever you can think of, it's for you. It's for you. And if you can meditate on that and continue doing the inner and the outer work, I promise you, listen, there's a promise Money back guaranteed when you follow God and you truly live God. There's a promise in it. There's a promise in it. And there's going to, listen, I'm so excited because there's so many people who aren't just talking it, they're actually living it in real life. And the most important thing to them is not a religion, not politics, not family, not money, but living out their God-given purpose in real time. And those people, man, they will move mountains. And I'm so excited. Listen, people are laughing. People may mock, but God is so real. And those people, because God is real in them, those people are going to show other people how real God is. And it's like the zombie apocalypse. You just infect other people. That beautiful, positive effect. And you're inspiring other people to find out their joy, to find their joy and find their peace. Happiness and joy is on the other side of purpose. But you have to trust the process. It's all conspiring for you. Listen, it's like this. When you get that aha moment and you say, okay, you know what? I want to find out why I'm here. I want to give the world the most healed and greatest version of me. It's like if everyone's walking down the street, right? Paved street. Walking down the street and they go down at the stop sign, they make a right, and they go to the grocery store. And then you just veer off into the woods somewhere, into the jungles. They're like, what are you doing? Where are you going? It's dangerous down there. Many people have died going in there. There's dragons, bears, snakes, tigers, lions down there. What are you doing? And you go down there, and they're right. All of those things are there. And some people say, oh my goodness, I went down there. Let me go back and fall in line and walk down the same street that everyone else is walking down. Hit the stop sign, make it right, and go to the store. But you say no. No, if I follow this handbook, this spiritual handbook, right, I can go down these woods and I promise you I won't die. I'll survive and I'll make it out carrying the head of a lion, right? And instead of going to that grocery store, I'm going to build a city and put multiple grocery stores in. Now, this may not be the best example, but the point that I'm making is that you're going to go down the path that is not well traveled. You're going to go down that path that not many people take. And you're going to go down this rabbit hole. And when you come back, you're going to inspire so many people that, hey guys, it's okay. Get the correct frameworks, upgrade your mindset, upgrade your skill set, and then go down this rabbit hole. Yes, it's going to be challenging. It's a lot easier right now to walk down this beautifully paved street, get to the stop sign, make a right, go to the grocery store, but I promise you it's not going to make you happy. Easy now, devastating later. You go down that rabbit hole, challenging now, heaven later. Heaven later. Everyone's looking for, I'm just looking for some security. There is, listen, the only security that you're going to find is going down that rabbit hole. That's the security that you'll find, finding your God-given purpose. There is no security on the other side. It's just a well-manicured prison. There's no security in there. The only security that you'll find is finding out the reason that you were put here and going after that with smart, relentless obsession. A beautiful obsession. With reckless abandon. Going down that rabbit hole. That's where you'll find your security. Well, I'm just looking for some security, and that doesn't exist. That security that you're looking for, that comes with a price tag. Your joy, peace, and your happiness. Is it worth that? That security that you're looking for? Think about it. You're never going to be, ignorance is bliss, but is it really? Is it really? There's no security there. The only security is going down that beautiful rabbit hole where there's the dragons, lions, bears, snakes, and many of them. Going down that rabbit hole and finding out who you've always been. That's where you find security and joy and happiness in everything you've ever wanted, everything that you've ever deserved, everything that's been your birthright. Everything is conspiring for you. Everything. And as you go down this rabbit hole, you're going to lean on that. And your faith will increase as you start seeing. It becomes an addiction. I'm telling you. It becomes an addiction as you start saying, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Life just becomes everything it was meant to be. Everything it was meant to be. People can live heaven or hell right here on earth. And the people who are just looking for security because they've been programmed for it. Oh, I'm just looking for a safe spot, a safe space here. Okay, this will be nice. And it's an illusion. That security comes with a price tag. It comes with your peace, joy, and happiness. The only security that you'll ever find in this life is going down that beautiful rabbit hole that doesn't seem secure. That's where you'll find your security. And you come out of that jungle looking fresher than daisies. As I always say, it's only just begun when you start that journey. It's only just begun. And you come out the woods and you inspire so many. You inspire so many. And that's what you were put here to do, your superhero's journey. Put on your cape. But listen, you have to make sure, like you don't play boxing. You don't play going down there. Your purpose has to be the most important thing to you. And I promise you, every day you have to be just boom, 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 growing, learning, doing the inner work, doing the outer work. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to make it through that jungle. People say, oh, it seems obsessive. It is. It is. And it should be. That's a beautiful obsession. Listen, the most amazing addiction in the world is being addicted to progress. Yeah, you should. I'm obsessed about my God-given purpose. Do you know why? Because I'm obsessed about being happy. I'm obsessed about having joy no matter what the circumstance. Yes, I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm obsessed about it. You are not going to move my peace. I've worked too hard for it. I've been obsessed about this beautiful peace. You ain't moving it. You can't. You can't move my peace. I know who I am. You kidding me? Yes, get obsessed for that. Get obsessed. But the beauty of you, there is no security on that other side. Got to get your hands dirty. Got to get your hands dirty, and you're built for it. As they say, you're like that. You're like that. You're like that. You know, you are him. You are her. You know, so that's it, guys. Everything is conspiring for you. There is no security, right? That's an illusion, right? That's golden handcuffs. No. You ain't built for that. I mean, come on, man. You were built to get your hands dirty. You're made for it. You have everything you need. I promise you. You're going to go down that rabbit hole and you're going to realize, oh my goodness, I'm a superhero. You may not have known it. Maybe no one has told you, but let me be the first person to tell you that you're a superhero. And when you go down that rabbit hole, you're like, you may have started off as Clark Kent. You come out as Superman. That's who you've always been. You've been, playing this avatar and you haven't even unlocked these amazing features in your first person avatar player. This world, this life is a video game. You haven't even, you're playing like you're just Clark Kent. You're playing like you're just some regular Joe Schmo. You haven't even unlocked your features yet. Amazing. I haven't played video games in the longest, so. I play the video game of life. And I promise you, you're going to unlock so many amazing features. So guys, let's continue making this year the best year that you've ever had on purpose. Continue to bet on yourself, guys. Life is so good and wants to be so good for you. And that is your birthright. So This week, let's make it an amazing week. Set your schedule when you're going to do the inner and the outer work. Set it and hit it like the quality of your life depends on it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it does. I see you. I believe in you. I may not know you, but I know what's inside of you. Motivation Mondays.